homework this week is to simulate the rail of something like a gate or a frame and to punch holes equidistant along it. Now drilling holes equidistant is fine, that's not what this is about. The point is that if you punch a hole, it squeezes the material away from the hole and it will make a bulge, which is nice and decorative, but it will also elongate the bar. So if you were to start off and mark each point initially equidistant, then punch them individually, by the time you get to the last one, the gap between them will get bigger and bigger. Not a huge amount, but it'll be noticeable. So the idea is this. This is a piece of 25mm by 10mm mild steel. I tried to cut it to 300mm, which is about a foot, but I ended up with 305. What I've done is put a centre dot at 300mm, because that's the finished length I want. I can always cut the excess off afterwards. And I intend to make punch holes at 60mm intervals, which will give me 4 on this bar. Okay? So I've put a centre dot at 60, and now I'm going to heat this and hopefully punch a square hole in that. Centre dot. Guess what, I can't find the centre dot. Oh, I've got it now. Right, this is not hot enough, so I just want to set the spot on this side, on this seat. There we go. Punch the punch. Sacrifice plate to avoid the tool hitting the anvil. A bit slow there. Over the hardy hole. Trapdoor there. Go through that again. Right, now I'm going to quench that. Now the game is to measure the length of the bar again between the start point and the wow. Hang on. How does that work? Now I'm proper confused. That is shorter than when I... No. Yes, no, sorry. Righto, I've got it now. It has grown by 1... Oh, that's awkward. 2.5mm. So So my next mark for my next hole has got to be 62.5 mil from the centre of that hole. Now how I find the centre of that hole I don't actually know, unless I do it by eye. Let's just dry this bar off a bit. Outrageous film. This is at 62.5. I don't think I'll even see that. Bigger numbers on it. It's not fine enough, is it? Just sharpen my chalk. Oh, there we go. Such a big hole so I can move it a bit. Got to come over to the right a bit. I don't know, they did this in the old days, unless they did it by eye. Right, I'm going to have to be on the right hand edge of that hole. That's centred on. More I'm just seeking to set the hole, as it were. Find the blooming Whoa, that's hot! See, nearly through. Very nearly through. Nice one. That hurt. Right, punching off. Hard look that wasn't it? Oh, look at me. Knife and fork in the wrong hands. Right, bit of straightening. That's pretty straight. Quenched. Right. I don't know whether those two holes are the same size or not. I measured the first one at 9.5mm. Oh, that's a bit short, 8.5. Oh no, 9, so it's half a mil. No, 8. I was right the first time, 8mm. So could be doing a bit bigger. Is it 60 between the two? No. No. 62.5 or something like that. Oh, failed. So much is elongated now. Maybe it's not enough because I haven't got the hole big enough. Yes, that could be it, couldn't it? So I need to drift that out a bit more to 9.5 and see if the bar's gone long enough. Looks a bit big to me. That's right, excellent. Straighten him out a bit. Oh, there we go. Quench and measure. Right, here we go. That ain't far right. It might be a bit long, a little bit, maybe 1mm. Let's have another go then. Bad move. Bounced out, marked the piece. Naughty. Shouldn't have carried on while it was cooling down, should I? Now measure. Okay, the only problem I've got here is the holes aren't central to the bar. Those two are fairly well, that one's offset that way. You can see more bulge there from the stock. So the last one now. I know a lot of people can do that in one heat. Getting close to that. Trapdoor. Whoa, proper trapdoor, that is. That's annoying. Size is right. You can get that off. Bench and measure. Whoop, a bit more. Nasty sharp edge there where that trapdoor come off. Well, all over the place, isn't it? Look. Up and down, so that's not good. The distances are reasonable, I think. Let's try this last one. Yeah. So my measuring's worked out. Pleased with that bit. So, not terribly pleased with this lack of centrality to the bar. Still I suppose, it was rustical. I'll go and show Teach and see what he thinks of that. There we go. Wonderful. I just ran my fingers along my punch to get some of the water off, and I just found out I've made a sharp edge on it somewhere. That's quite a deep cut. It's only a tiny one, but looks like I'm just stopping there, isn't it? Yeah, there it is there. How annoying is that? Oh dear. Scratch it out first, do we? Oh no! Oh no!